Okay, start recording here. It is April the 16th, 2019. Video by Fraser Burrard Diving here. Diver Sean Smith. We're just doing the final inspection. It's around 14, 15 feet water depth here. We're just starting to see the cable's daylight. Can you show, we just got showing on the camera there, Sean? Yeah, just see them starting to emerge out of the mud. They're still buried intermittently down the slope.
Sure what cable this is that I'm on, but it'll become more...
Yeah, become evident as we head down the slope. Okay, you head on down, you see them going down there. Yeah, if you can just stay above them a bit there as we head out, Sean.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, heading down the slope. Yeah.
So like I said, they're buried a lot of the way intermittently down this slope because of the soft sediment. Alright, there we start to see them appear, hey?
Yeah, roger that.
So the fiber's still buried. I think is that cable's 7 you'd be over right now approximately?
Say again?
Cable 7 you're over there?
I think that's cable 7, yeah. I don't see the fiber though.
Yeah, it's buried for quite a ways.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we see them all running down the slope there.
Yeah.
We got one over there.
Yeah, I think that's one there, I guess. Yeah, roger that. That's one.
Yeah, so now we can start to see them all exposed a bit more here. Yeah, there's 7 over there actually. The fiber we start to see intermittently now there.
Yeah, there's the fiber there.
Roger. So one thing we'll notice as we get down deeper, we had to move several of the downstream cables, including the fiber, a little farther downstream to allow to pass around a boulder. So carry on.
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, so there's 1, 2, and 3 we can see. 4, 5, 6, 7, and the fiber.
Yeah.
Once you get down into material that's not quite as soft, we can drop down a bit closer there.
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, so that's a good view there. You can see the fiber on the left. Is that the old cable, far left of it?
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, so you can see the existing cable to the left of the fiber there to keep them spaced as so to allow clearance for that. And then if you look past cable 1 there, I think if you swim over a bit, we'll start to see that other existing one, eh?
Yeah, I don't see it right now, but it should be...
Yeah, I could see it. I just caught a little bit of it in the distance there on your camera.
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, once we get down to this rockier patch, we can drop down a bit and just show them closer to bottom, or closer up. Just check your depth right there.
Depth right here is 60 feet.
Roger, so this is where we come to the base of the slope on the south shore. Do you want to look across to your left? Just show the existing cable over there. Yeah, we got the fiber, cable 7 and 6 right there. And they'll start to space out farther from the remainder of the cables to go around that boulder. And do you want to just look across, see if we can see that existing cable well past cable 1 now?
Yeah, roger.
Yeah, you can see it there in the distance. Yeah, there's the existing one over there. Okay, carry on. Yeah, if you can stay above them a bit, that's good. So now you see the spacing between the fiber 6, 7, and the rest, just to allow for this boulder we had to go around.
Yeah, roger that. a good shot of it there.
Yeah, roger. So the 3 cables, including the fiber to our left, the other 5 to our right, again just to allow clearance around that boulder. Eventually migrate back together by the far shore.
Yeah.
Let's drop back down and check your depth here.
Yeah, roger. Okay, I'm at 60 feet.
Roger, yeah, just pan to your left again. Let's look over and see the fiber and the old cable and everything.
765, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah, the far cable is quite a ways off in the distance there.
I don't see the other one there.
Roger, carry on. So the cables are adjusted quite often to accommodate passage over larger rocks and that to ensure they weren't bridged. The spacing varies a bit across the channel just to allow clearance around various rocks and obstacles. Alright, I still see the fiber over there. It's cables 6 and 7. Yeah, there's the old one off in the distance.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the other old cable off to the right there as well.
Yeah, cable 1 spaced out a bit more there. We had to move it over a bit for some rocks too. Just look over to your right there, see if there's any rocks or anything there. Yeah, there's another rock there. We had to go either side of it, I think.
Yeah.
So you can see 1, the far side of it, and 2, the close side of it. Carry on.
Yeah, some more rocks there.
Yeah, roger. Just drop down here and check your depth.
Yeah, roger that.
I think you might have passed it already, but you're just going over the deeper spot.
Okay, I'm at 65 feet.
Roger, would that be your max depth then?
Yeah, roger, that's the max.
Roger. Carry on. Look to your right and left there. Alright, so that's old cable in the distance. We got cables 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there. 6 and 7 there, and the fiber. And there's a number of rocky patches here where we did our best to move as many rocks as possible to allow them to sit on bottom as best possible, but there's a few rocks in the way still.
Yeah, roger.
So that's the deepest section there. Fairly soon we'll start progressing upwards to the north shore. See the station marks still remain on the cables there intermittently. Just pan to your left a bit there too.
Second.
Oh. Is that 240?
240, yeah.
Yeah, roger. You see the fiber to your left there? Yeah, good. Alright, so as we start to progress up the slope, it'll start to get buried intermittently as we go. There the old cable goes over quite a large rock, eh? You're right?
Yeah, roger that.
Alright, look like you're headed up the slope now?
Yeah, looks like it.
Roger. Okay, so there's still the 5, cables 1 through 5 there, the old cable to the right, and 6 and 7 in the fiber there.
Yeah.
As we progress up the hill, the cables start to come back together as they go into the trench to allow clearance through the narrow space between the existing cables.
About 45 feet now.
Roger, yep, coming up the slope there. You want to just pan back and show the other ones there, yeah? Yeah, roger. The fiber starts to become buried first there, we see.
Yeah, fiber starts to bury right there.
Yeah, 6 and 7 start to bury a bit. Yeah, I see them sunk into the soft sediment here.
Yeah.
Carry up. What's your depth there?
Second.
What is your depth where you're at?
Depth here is 41 feet.
Roger, yeah, carry on. I think they come exposed a little bit farther ahead, but yeah, I know it's hard to follow them, so.
Yeah, so all the cables are pretty much buried here.
Yeah, I think we might see them one more time before 20 feet, but maybe just follow that cable up.
Yeah, roger. Slack the diver.
Slack. Still following that one?
Yeah, I'm just following the handprints I can see in the mud there. There's the fiber.
Yeah, roger.
And cable 7.
Yeah. Carry on. Yeah, so I think this is the only other spot we see them for just a tiny bit here as they come up the next crest of the hill here.
Yeah, moving up the slope here now. I can see all the cables, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the fiber.
Yeah. And they come quite tight here because cable 1's so close over here.
At about 23 feet here now.
Roger. Yeah, not too far from here. They go into burial for good.
Yeah, I think right here is where we had the marker.
Yeah, that's right there. So you just pan up and look ahead there. I think one of the cables, just to your right, show just for a tiny bit, and then they're buried the rest of the way right at the crest of where it turns to level again, sort of right here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, just look to your left. Yeah, and then look up ahead there. Yeah, so the cables are buried from here on in. What's your depth right here?
Depth here is 12 feet.
Alright, so back just to the crest of the hill there, buried to about 15 feet. They daylight there.
Yeah, roger that.
As they start to head down the slope. Okay, just look up ahead across the area we backfilled there. Yeah, and you can go ahead and just come to surface and we'll show where we are there.
Good.
Yeah, and just look to your left. You can see basically we're inshore, the tip of the ferry launch now. About 100 feet offshore right now. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop recording there.
Okay, roger that.